Oh, the meeting's recorded? Yeah, cool. Okay, nice. So today is going to be much more embodiment practices than any intellectual understanding. Why do we do this? We do this because when you're in your body, you can feel your emotions, you can express yourself. And at the core, that is much more true than any thought, behavior, or tendency. So what we're doing is we're really recognizing our own impulses and we're directing them inwards today. And the more you can direct those impulses inwards, the more you can alchemize them into different states of bliss and then express them into the world. So today on the breath of self-love and release, why am I here? Good question, why? I'm here first and foremost because I'm devoted to Chelsea. Chelsea is one of my dearest friends, and this is her 7th annual conference, and she's really, she's brought thousands of people together at this point and given them so many different tools to help them through this quarantine. And I couldn't think of a more moral and worthy path, Chelsea. So thank you so much for doing this. I know how much you put into this. I'm very grateful for you. We all want to kind of give little like clap for Chelsea, give her some love. Yeah, get it, get it, get it. And the bougie ones that snap. So good. Beautiful. So Chelsea, I love you. And secondly, breath work has been a tool I have personally used every single day for many years now as my own personal tool of transformation. A lot of us, I'm sure all of us here at some level are hypersensitive. We were either previously known as empaths. We have a bigger mission to assist the world in some way. We're having a spiritual awakening, trying to figure out who we really are at the core and what we really want to do in this world. And the good thing about these tools is you're able to actually release the questions. You're able to actually go into yourself. And then when you're so deep within yourself, the wisdom naturally arises. So it's never as much about, oh, what am I going to do? As it is about, all right, who am I going to be within this experience? So we use breath work to kind of clear everything out. I always say that we're these vessels for consciousness, and the more space that we create to allow consciousness to come in us, the more we're going to feel like our most authentic self. When we're stuck in one way of being, when we can't really move, it's like, oh man, dang, I gotta pretend I'm this identity. And it's really limiting for people that have these incredibly expansive, infinite souls. Give me a thumbs up if you hear me on that. Who wants to live their best life ever and go for excellence and extraordinary in each single moment? Totally. Yeah, good. I love it. So a little bit about me. I'm not going to speak too much about it because I think the story is silly. It's just factual evidence. I was a triplet, so I had the desire to find my authentic self early on, and through that exploration, I moved out at 15 years old, became a wrestler, I became a model, I went on TV, I went into artificial intelligence, I went into reality TV, I went and studied some Buddhist sanghas, Sufi mystics, you name it. I was really pushed to the extremes of life to figure out who I was. And then I was like, all right, how far can I take this thing? Let's shave my head and change my name. So I'm here today in the transformation, and it's really our willingness to heal is our willingness to transform, right? So your ability to do something different, to figure out who you are within a new experience and to share love in a new and profound way is where you're going to actually have this healing. So today I invite us to be completely in the body. Allow yourself to feel deeper than you've ever felt before. Allow your emotions to naturally arise and know that your first impulses are pure. So trust yourself. Okay. Give me a thumbs up. I'm so subjective to positive affirmations and thumbs up, so feel free to just drop them anytime. Nice. Good. So the practice today, I'm going to play some music. If it's going to be breath, body, sound, and these are the 3 keys to Tantra. We're going to manipulate them a little bit into just embodiment practices so we can just allow our awareness to travel beyond our thoughts and deep into the body. And what we're going to do is when I play the music, we're all going to stand up as slow as we possibly can. From this moment forward, I'll be just directing your awareness to different practices so you can figure out what emotions arise, how are you breathing, and what are you truly feeling within those practices. So be your own best science experiment and trust fully in the yes and the acceptance, and then allow yourself to just move from there. So as we stand up, we're going to go over in a little corner. First, we're going to start off with the breath. And this is connected breathing. If you think about in the 1960s, Leonard Orr and Stanislav Grodsky, they started the breathwork movement. And what they really did is they started this connected breathing that One level created very psychedelic responses, and another level healed your birth trauma, the first breath that you take into this world. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to drop into the breath. We're going to connect our breath. And then we're going to start with very subtle movements, and know that the slower you move, the easier it is to calm your mind. So just the power of lifting your finger can change the world. I'm kind of shaky, hilarious, but just the power of lifting your finger, can transform the world. You have that within you. Right? Super shaky. Maybe a shaky hand could change the world. We'll see today. And then we add the sound. So I was doing this practice the other day. So just so you know, the level of embarrassment where I don't care at all is my mom was in the other room. And I was full on moaning. I was like, oh, yeah, get it. I was like really allowing everything to release and let go, because I trust that me releasing the stuck energy inside me to allow lighter vibrations and frequencies is for the greatest good of all, no matter what that perceived outcome will be. Cool. All right, so we move from there. And then we're going to go 11-11, by the way, so this is great. We're going to go into a simple guided meditation where I'm going to teach you how to focus on your attention and release it. Focus on different parts of your mind and let go. Drop into the body, and then teach you or help you teach yourself how to really truly come from a sincere place and love yourself fully. Very simple practices, but can have an extreme effect if we really put our whole heart into this. Okay. Some people want to relax. That's great. I'm always like, all right, how can we put 116% in each single moment to get the most out of life? That's the energy you're stepping into today. All right, so I'm going to play some music, and just want to let you know that we're all in this together. We're all stronger together. So you can feel free to actually put yourself on grid mode too, and look at the people around you, send them love, dance with them. But the first practice we're going to do, before we look at others, we're going to do it with our eyes closed. Okay. Cool. All right. Last thing, and this is why I created this workshop, is we're getting past surface level love. I really want to touch on this because it's the most important part. We're getting past surface level love, and surface level love is anything that's outside yourself. It is what I call skinny love. You ever heard that term? Skinny love, it's not necessarily real. What we're learning is how to find our foundation, find the core, love that completely, and then find that center so intimately that there's no circumference. And there's no others. There is nothing that you're loving besides yourself. But first, you need to direct that so deeply, grounded in your own being, and then you move from there. And again, this is a practice. We're not trying to intellectually understand any of this. We're trying to truly experience with our whole being. All right, everyone. So let's stand up. I'm going to start the music. Slow and steady. We're being fully present here. Fully present. Allowing ourselves to move energy. Medicine is energy and movement. Let's see. Give me a thumbs up if it sounds okay. You can hear my voice. Beautiful. So now we're just going to
share your audio.
Oh no, share my audio. You planned this out before. Hold on, give me 1 second. They did a great job of teaching me how to do this before. I was the one that dropped the ball. How about this?
Got it. Go. Yeah.
All right, restart. My beauties. So you're just gonna stand in a towel position, your feet shoulders width apart. You're gonna lift your toes up and gently plant them on the ground. Really paying attention now to how you're communicating with the earth. We're always speaking to Mother Gaia. So be gentle. And then you're just gonna lift your shoulders up and back on the next breath, opening up the hands. And then you're gonna stand very still with the spine straight and your knees gently bent. Now just begin to breathe in and out through the mouth, and we're just going to be focusing on the breath. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. I'm going to breathe with you, but as we inhale and exhale, see if you can dissolve any sort of pause at the top or pause at the bottom. So it's completely connected. Deep full breaths. Just focusing on the breath. Breathing in new energy into the body and exhaling any static or stuck air. Releasing anything that has been holding us back, and we're creating space for this new breath to enter us. Still try to find the stillness here. We'll be moving soon. Just focusing on the breath. Now slowly start with some figure eights in the hips. Move as slow as you can. And with these movements, the mind calms, still breathing in and out through the mouth, keeping your eyes closed, finding that center, finding that core. We want to become aware of the center and love ourselves fully. And then we want to love the world from there. How subtle can you be? How intimate can you be with yourself? Still breathing. Finding a single movement and doing that repetitively, finding the emotion that wants to be moved. Losing yourself in the movement. Still breathing deeply. Going in a little bit of a circle, still keeping the movements very slow, still connecting your breath into the body. A little bit faster now. You can salsa with God. Now adding sound, breathing a little bit deeper. Maybe finding a little bit of a balance here. Really finding the emotions in your body and learning how do they want to be expressed. This is emotional honesty. Into the music, now going deep within yourself, feeling your body fully. Oh, good. Really feeling the music here, letting yourself go. I really love the bounce, shake it out. Still breathing. Letting it out. How much can you feel? Can you do something you've never done before? Release. Give yourself that love. Come from the core and move from there. If you can breathe louder, if you can make more sound, really let go. It's the time to transmute and alchemize. Oh, did I lose you?
You stopped the share.
Here we go, get it. Give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, good, get it. And music, yeah? All right, closing your eyes, being in your own world now. Really go for it. Who do you want to be within this experience? How do you want to feel? Be there. More. Give me more. Feel more. Be there more. What makes you the happiest? Express that. Come from the highest states of being and move from here.
We lost the music.
Oh, it's the music. No. How about now? No music. Oh, wow. All right. Can you hear me though? All right. Here's the thing. So we're going to move from here. We're going to adapt to the thing. Okay. So keep your eyes in a soft gaze now. Don't worry about the technical difficulties. Assume this is your perfection. It's designed specifically for your liberation, for you to feel in a way you've never felt before. This is very intimately designed for your soul. So even though I can't really see you, we're a little frozen, keep your eyes in a soft gaze. And I want you to pick an item in your house right now, any item, anything that can be picked up. Don't touch it, just look at it, find it. And I want you to pretend like you're seeing it for the first time. And as slow as you can, I'm talking about breathing in on the left foot, exhaling on the right foot. Move over to that item and see if you can stare at it from a new angle, see something different. Allow yourself to see it fully as if you are seeing this for the first time. Get even closer and closer. Change your height. Maybe squat down and look at different angles. See its curves, its edges, its structure. See if you can see the energy of this item. Notice how this item is making you feel. What is going on internally? And see if you can feel love for this item. And now even move closer and closer until you're almost touching it. And I want you to put your entire awareness into your hand as if you have 1,000 eyes that can see out of each finger. And I want you to slowly touch this item with your energy fully. Again, as if you're touching it for the first time. Be completely present with this item. Touch the top of it, the sides. Feel the texture of it, its curves, as if you were making love. Feel it as if you want to explore it and love every crevice. I want you to pick this item up now and slowly, slowly bring it to your heart. See if you can match your heart's frequency with this item's vibration. And remember, you're coming from your core. You're coming from your essence. You're loving yourself fully and then feeling what it feels like to love from a whole self, as if there is nothing other than you. And after your heart's connected with this item, pick it up. Look at it even closer. And if you're bold enough, begin to smell it. See if you can get pleasure out of just touching, smelling, and being fully present with this item, as if this is God itself loving you, as if God is loving itself. And again, even if you're a little bit more bold, give it a kiss, maybe lick it. Allow all your senses to fully experience this item. Allow your mind to completely calm and your energy to see the soul. And again, focus on the love you have within yourself and notice the depth of that love and give love from a place of loving yourself. And now gently as you're putting down your firstborn, put this item back as if you're saying goodbye to your twin flame or your lover. And come back to a seated position. Sit down and we're going to begin the next practice shortly and just do a quick check-in within yourself. How do you feel right now? Very simple practices, but how do you feel? And what if you were always like this with life? And just a warning of this might affect your nervous system. I'm going to play a song just to test it. Just brace yourself for a little bit of music. Can we hear this? No. Okay. All right. For the remaining of this session, we're going to use no music. So all I ask is find the music within. Allow each sensation and sound and static energy or car passing to take you deeper within yourself. It is all a part of God, and the mastery within is to be fully accepting of everything that is with no resistance. Okay. So staying in this meditative, fully present state, we're going to do a meditation focused on recognizing the tension in your body and then learning how to release it. So again, not to get too intellectual, what we're going to do is we're going to recognize the tension. We're going to feel it fully. So you're going to go into it. 90% of our tension is in our face because of the thoughts that we have. So we'll start off with the face. We're going to squeeze it, add so much more tension to the place with tension, and then we're going to release it. Because what happens is when you face the tension and it lets go, it allows your body to relax and release it. When we're just slowly burning and being uncomfortable, we're not truly facing what needs to be faced. Cool. All right, so again, continuing to keep that soft gaze. Again, imagine this being incredible information, but just we're in kindergarten at recess about to play. Keep it light. So starting with the cheekbones, you're gonna squeeze your face like this. Flex it as hard as you can. Hold. If there's any tension in your head, make it worse. And let go. Gonna do this 2 more times. Squeeze the entire face. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And let go. Last one. Squeeze the face, the cheeks, the eyes, the back of the tongue, the top of the head, the back of the neck, squeeze, and release. Just see if you can find the light within what was previously a little bit of tension. So good. Now we're going to go down to our legs, squeezing the bottom half of our body all together. Squeeze for about 10 seconds, 3 times. Again, we're just noticing what happens when we face the tension, how it's much easier to actually relax. And the more we relax and create space, the easier it is to drop into our core, love ourselves. Keeping the eyes in a soft gaze, you're going to flex the legs, squeeze the ankles, the calves, the quads, the butt, and the hips, and release. Finding the light within the spaces. Next one, squeeze again, squeezing everything, the calves, the knees, the quads, the hips, the toes, and release. So good. Again, being very curious on how these practices work for your body type and your energy. And third and final round, squeezing the feet, the quads, the legs, the hips. Squeeze a little bit longer here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go. So good. And we're just gonna go the upper body 3 times. We're gonna go all together and we're just noticing again how when facing the tension, we're able to actually fully relax. When we face the thing that scares us most, that thing ceases to exist. And we're gonna go from bottom of the torso all the way to the thoracic cavity and also the arms. Squeezing for about 10 seconds. Exhaling first. Inhale and squeeze. And release. Squeeze. And release. Last one a little bit longer. Squeeze. And release. Beautiful. And now we're gonna do the full body. We're just gonna do this one time because you're doing so good. This is all leading to somewhere. So again, fully trust these practices. Exhaling first. Inhale slowly. Let's squeeze the entire body and hold. And release. Now going into a meditation, we're going to close our eyes. And all we're going to do is now pay attention to a place in your body that has tension. Fully be there with your awareness. And again, your awareness is your inner God. So anywhere you place this awareness is what it's going to believe and also what it's going to heal if you have that intention. So fully feel the tension in your body. Now what I want you to do is place your awareness in a part of your body where there is no sensation. It's complete emptiness. Find the spaciousness in a part of your body and rest there. And now go back to a place in your body that has tension. Fully feel it. Be there, live there. And go back to a part of your body that has no sensation, where there is nothing. Maybe it's in your toe, your knee. Just be very curious of how there is nothing. And notice that sensation doesn't exist unless we place our awareness there. Last time, going to a place in your body that has tension, fully focusing on it, feeling it fully, meditating deep into it, and going into a part of your body that has no sensation. And see if you can expand this no sensation now to your entire body, breathing more of that emptiness into the vessel of consciousness that is your physical form, that connects your soul to time and space. And now, since we've gotten so good at feeling and creating, we're creating everything right now. I want you to become very aware of the space in between your armpits. Scan it now completely. What does this space mean to you? How does this space currently feel? And let your first answer to the question that you ask be the truth. This is your heart. And they say the power of the heart can take in all the world's pain and suffering and exhale love back. So if we are currently not experiencing that peace or love in the present moment, are we taking the time to go inwards first and create that for ourselves? So now I want you to be an alchemist and see if you can place peace within both sides of it. See if you can fully feel that peace, because the peace inside is what's going to create all of your experience. We have the power to remember. We have the power of unknown expansion, infinite success, creativity, imagination, and it all lives within. And now I ask the question, what type of love do you want to be? And are you able to access that love in this moment and place it deep inside your heart? So deeply that that is all that you see into the world. See if you can amplify this sense of peace in your heart. With each breath, allow it to be amplified 10%, 20%, 100%. Allow it to grow inside you. What color is this sense of peace in your heart? And can you feel your whole body with this color Can you intensify the current as if your future self that has all the answers, all the love, all the joy, is sending you a current to yourself here and now. Breathe that into the body. Send it to your extremities on the exhale. How subtly can you breathe this peace into your heart? Finding the energy that unites us all, pure creation. And now feel what it feels like. So when you breathe that in from your highest alignment, practicing our greatest becoming, see what it feels like to exhale that essence into the world. Again, breathing in slowly, finding the energy of what you want to embody, the quality that you want to experience, your truest self. Who are you? And slowly exhaling that into the world. Breathing together now, keeping the eyes closed, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth with pursed lips, and you're sending this exhale as far out in front of you as you can. Inhaling through the nose, allowing your energy to rise, filling every cell and every pore, and then slowly exhaling that breath into the world, emptying yourself of yourself. Inhale, and even slower exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And coming back to your natural breath, keeping your eyes closed. Now taking any movements that your body needs, make them very slow. Find the sensation that wants to be expressed and be completely conscious with that sensation, and then allow it to move. And now without thinking, we're going to use one of the most powerful words, love. There's love in each language for a reason. And all we're going to do is we're going to say, I love you. Keeping our eyes closed, we're saying, I love you to ourselves. As many times as you need to until you feel the sincerity and the depth of that love. It is such a simple practice, but it could be the most important thing you ever do for yourself right now. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Allow each I love you to be more intensified, more passionate, more present. Love yourself deeper than you've ever loved before. Love yourself so deep that there is nothing other than the love that you have for yourself. Can you feel that I love you in a different part of your body? Where are you speaking from? Can you go deeper? Can you go higher? Call in your greatest becoming. Call in your ancient enlightened ancestors, that their breath be your words. Feel that love so sincere that you only have to say it once to truly mean it. And now I want you to come in complete silence. In all of us, we have one I love you left. So take a moment, and when you have your first impulse to say I love you, stop it, direct it inwards. When you have your second impulse to say I love you outside yourself, stop it and direct it inwards. If you have any desire to move, stop that impulse and direct it inwards until the feeling gets so grand of your self-love for yourself right now, of all the things you think you have to do, instead giving yourself that energy. And when you are ready, and only when you truly mean it with your whole heart, say I love you to the world. And if you haven't said I love you yet, you can do it now or later. You can save it for someone, or you can say it to everything in this moment. Beautiful. And we're gonna take about I love you. Yes, put right in the chat box too. So we're gonna take a 30-second water break, stand up and stretch, and then we're gonna go into peace, love, and light meditation. And all of these practices are to help you recognize the energy at the core, magnetize yourself so much, and then move from there. So 30 seconds. All right, coming back down. For this one, we really want to focus on a straight spine. It could be laying down, it could be sitting straight up, but just spine straight, chin slightly tilted down, shoulders up and back, and then arms palm facing up or by your side. So good. How's everybody feeling? Thumbs up. Good. Keeping it super gentle, super gentle. So this light, peace, and love meditation, something you can do every day, and it uses the purification method, and it's extremely powerful. So really recommend you maybe taking this practice with you and making it your own if you get anything from this workshop. So we're going to begin by, again, keeping that straight spine, chin slightly tilted down, eyes closed. Again, this is self-mastery. This is like, all right, I've experienced a lot of life. How can I ascend into greater heights of consciousness to change my perception and then experience a whole entire new world, aka heaven on earth? So we're calming ourselves down again, finding that heartbeat, that stillness, finding that peace in the heart, being the peace, knowing the peace. And now visualizing that love that we cultivated, but we're putting that love now in front of us. As if there's this huge wall of love and it's projecting 100 miles in front of us. See if you can send this love like first thing that came to mind, an anime attack. And then it shoots out in front of you. Just send that love out into the world. And now you're going to place this love behind you, this big love bubble, golden light, whatever it is. And you're going to send that 100 miles in the other direction. And really visualize this, or feel it, or be it. Just create it in your own way. We're all a little different. And we're going to place that love that we want, that we know, to the right of us. And we're sending that 100 miles in the other direction. We're going to place that same love on the left side, sending that in 100 miles the other direction. And we're placing that love above us, sending that to the farthest star. And placing that love below us, all the way through the earth, to the edge of the universe. And really feel this love as above, so below, and in all four directions. And this is what we're really good at. We're feeling the love inside of us. Our skin dissolves, our body dissolves into this love. And the love around us, above us, below us, and inside of us all becomes one. Feel this love so expansive that it goes in all directions across space and time, as far as we can currently understand in this moment. And now we're bringing in peace in front of us, washing in front of you just with a sense of peace, a knowingness, a recognition of the perfection. Sending that peace way out in front of you. And the peace behind us, filling our whole world with this peace. Wishing it for ourselves, but for all beings. So allow your awareness to create this for the world right now. Placing peace to the right of us. Relaxing your shoulders, the weight you've been holding on to way too long. Putting peace to the left of you. Sending this peace to the edge of the world. You know they need it. And as above, so below, we're placing the peace above us, again to the farthest star, and below us, through the center of the earth to the edge of the universe. Covered in this bubble of peace. Allowing each sensation and sound to take you deeper within yourself. There's nothing that can move you, shake you, or break you. It is all there as you, for you to feel more of that peace. And now putting that peace inside yourself, from your feet, through your shins, through your thighs, up your spine, to the top of your head and out your arms. And allow this peace inside, as within, so without, to be the peace outside. And allow the entirety of the world that you want to live in to be peaceful. And remember, what we do for ourselves, we do for all beings. Allow that to be our motivation today. And we're bringing in light now. Love, peace, and the alchemy of light. To just allow the front of us to turn into light, and you're sending this light, again, 100 miles in front of you. Dissolving all of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, all into light. Placing the light behind you, sending it 100 miles in the opposite direction. Placing the light to the left of you, feeling your shoulders dissolve into light, soften into light. Placing the light to the right of you, again, sending it as far as you can comprehend right now. Feeling this light bask and bless all beings, all things. And now I want you to use your breath for this, but breathe in a spiral motion, feeling your energy rise into light above you. See how expansive you can make yourself, rise higher and higher with each breath, transforming your beingness into light. This is where the edge of your soul lives. This is where you rise to anchor in a new paradigm on earth. This is where you collect that God stuff and bring it to this planet. So feel yourself dissolve into light. And now sending that grounding anchor, you're sending this beam of light below you, deep into the earth, allowing gravity to weigh you down, anchoring that light above you into the light above below you. As above, so below. And fully emptying yourself now, completely. Be the light at the center of your core, the light that has no middle, no end, no circumference. And feel this light within yourself and all things. And release everything. Just rest in the stillness, the silence right here for a couple moments. In the silence is infinite possibilities, a depth of consciousness, all the answers. And the more time that you can spend in this silence, in this light, the more magical your life will become. And for the last two practices, before our time is up, what you're going to do is you're going to take your two pointer fingers and you're going to stick them inside your ears as you flex the muscles you use to go to the bathroom. And you're going to hold it there, flexing your rectum, pushing it on your ears. And you're just going to be curious of the inner sound, your inner soul's music. And you're here for about 2 minutes. So practice opening and closing, being very curious of this inner sound, and then flexing the muscles you use to go to the bathroom as you plug your ears. How deeply can you listen to your own music? How deeply can you love yourself? And opening up your ears for a moment. Last practice. All of you are muted, so you're going to keep your eyes closed And you're just going to repeat your name out loud. So Allison, Jessica, Stephanie, M, Renee, Sachin, Felicity, Adam, Kayla, Sarah. You're going to say this name, repeating it over and over. And you're going to recognize that there is something that's saying this name. You are not the name itself, but you're going to recognize the name that you're saying as the name of God. Saying it a little bit louder, feeling the vibration of your name, saying it from that whole place, recognizing the name that you're saying as the name of God. A little bit louder. And now slower and gentler. Just like a sound bowl, allow your name to take you deep within yourself until the whisper becomes so low, you start internalizing it. And as you say it inside, it turns into an echo. And that echo turns into stillness and silence. Now being fully silent here. For a moment, there's nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just be here. And putting a big smile on your face, opening up your arms super wide, coming in for the hug. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. When you recognize the light in yourself, you see clearly. Wonderful practice, everyone. If there's any questions, I think we might have 1 or 2 minutes. It's like a bath in heaven. Amazing.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'd love to hear your perspective on identity because as we were doing that, I felt this sense of just being pure love and peace. And it was just like so present that it was almost like non-existent, but it was all that there was that was there. And so I know that you went on this whole journey of changing your name and going through these initiations and doing all these things. Aside from the story of that, like, what is your relationship to identity?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. Thank you, Chelsea. So what I'm going to say is when you do these practices, the first thing that happens very effortlessly and divinely is the quality of your decisions change. So you just start making different decisions that are in more line with what your soul desires and the greater good of this planet. And sometimes what happens is a complete transformation of self because you recognize at some level, if something doesn't make you feel good, you can absolutely change it and create something better. So for me, identity is a choice, and my identity is not me recognizing myself as God, but God knowing itself as everything that is. So there's a bigger question to ask, if that makes sense. You know, which is a good question. Yeah. Anything else? I love no talking afterwards too, so it's my favorite. If you guys want to just make animal noises and growl at each other, I love language.
I'd like to know how I can do this more. So you'll put an Instagram thing or something for me to follow?
Yeah, totally, Stephanie.
This is
and
this has got to be the most peaceful I've ever felt in 10 years of meditating. Thank you so much. It was amazing.
Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you.
How can we do more meditations with you?
I am creating weekly workshops again for the masses, just because I've been doing one-on-one work and it was expensive, and I realized that I need to be doing more group stuff. So that'll be launched in the next probably week or so we can do that. And yeah, I really always recommend, let's say I'm only doing one workshop a week. That's great. I would love to have you there. And if you have a tool that works for you, be fearless in your expression and use of that tool. If you're like, oh, wow, I really like the sensation of me creating myself as light and putting light into the entire world, maybe sit and do that 10 minutes a day, and create your own thing that really works for you. Yes, come to me as much as you want, but if there's something that you can learn and implement in your life now, that would be great. Oh, you know what I forgot to do that I had written down in my notes during my meditation for all of you is the call to action for today. This is my most excited part, so I'm glad that came up. If there's something that you're inspired to do and to express that love as yourself, to yourself, if you want to write it in the chat box, that'd be so appreciative and so inspiring to all of us. So if there's anything that is like, oh, wow, I should do this form of love today, write it in the chat box. And then if you feel called to do it, go do that. Because I think it's really important if there's an inspiration that occurred, to actually act on that inspiration. It's like an offering for your transformation. So I'm gonna write. New month, yay. Okay, beautiful. Oh, feeding my body nourishing meals. Oof, powerful. Ashe, aho, amen. Beautiful. And then I know that we're on to the next speaker. Really grateful to be a part of this with all of you. And have fun.